What's good, you guys? It's your girl Sarah
and Maya,
and we're trying to dangerous.
You know, because we are Chinese
and we dangerous. So don't forget it, all right?
Okay,
we're here to fuck shit up,
right? Forever and always. So ask about us,
and we'll make you laugh too. Before we get into the video, which I'm sure you can already tell from the title what it's gonna be about Aquas, who we think their best love match is. We would love it if you lovely people would subscribe down below. You already know us. If you don't know us, get to know us. Subscribe. You know the vibe.
Yeah.
Onto the video. Hey, Miss Measure.
Yeah.
Let the Aquas know, Miss Aqua Rising.
Yes.
Who is the best love match for Aquarius?
Yes. Okay, so I picked Sagittarius for
Ooh.
you Aquas. And I picked us because I feel like Sagittarius are very, well, just like Aquarius, they're very forward thinking. They're freedom loving, you know what I mean? And optimistic people. And I think this couple is going to have a really strong, like, intellectual connection. And that will be stimulating and fulfilling for the both of you, because I feel like they both desire that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they both want to be mentally stimulated, and you will do that for one another. And I feel like also Aquariuses, y'all hate playing by the rules, just like a Sag. So I feel like you guys can both be little rebels out there together, you know? And I just love it. I love it.
I feel like this combo could get in some trouble together, and the good kind of trouble, you know what I mean? Well, to us, the good kind of trouble.
Right.
To an earth sign, they're gonna be like, oh my god.
Okay, Sarah, so who do you think is the best love match for Aquarius?
Okay, well, before I get into my actual person for this video, I just have to give a special shout out for Leo, because for the Leo video, I picked Aquarius as the best love match, and I know everyone on that video was like, oh my god, I don't want to be with an Aquarius, they're so cold. And I'm sure you guys are gonna be like, a Leo, so superficial. You guys love each other. You can't get enough of each other. I'm not even gonna get into it, because you can go watch the video and I'll tell you all the reasons why you two deserve each other.
You do. You're actually very similar.
Yeah, and like I said 100 times, I love a good sister sign combo. Okay,
we do.
So let's get it. Go watch the video. But for the, you know, sole purpose of this video, I have picked Gemini, which is also a great, great, great contender. Let me tell you. Okay.
Great match.
The thing is, I feel like Gemini and Aqua energy together is just fantastic. It just feels so lively. You know what I mean? I feel like together they become the evil mastermind duo that can take over the world.
Yes.
With their mental games and they're just, you know, crazy energy.
For sure that.
And I'm not only saying this because me and my mans have a Gemini and Aquarius moon. Well, like, maybe I am saying it, and baby, if you're watching this, I just want you to know that we can take over the world together. Okay? I honestly feel like a Gemini's mind is restless. We already know this. They have an endless stream of ideas coming out of their mouth and damn near every other hole in their body every 2 seconds. And I feel like most signs, like, let's be honest, most signs are overwhelmed with, you know, all of Gemini's ideas, and Aquarius will not be overwhelmed. I feel like Aquarius, being fixed air, hears everything Gemini has to say, but will carefully pick which one of these ideas they want to respond to, and Gemini will absolutely love that, because Gemini is so used to be the one that's always, you know, keeping the conversation going, always being the chatty Cathy. So when Aquarius, like, picks out something in the middle of Gemini's, you know, like, story,
word vomit,
literally hundreds of stories, like, Aquarius will be like, actually, let's take it back to that point that you said in that story from that time. And they're like, you were listening? Like,
like, you want to talk about it? You want to dive deeper?
They do. Aquarius does want to dig deeper.
They do.
They do. And I feel like Aquarius loves, you know, being weird. We all know this as Aquarius. They're so different. You know what I mean? They love to be different.
Different, yeah, I'm different. I'm different, yeah, I'm different. I'm different, yeah, I'm different.
We live to be different.
You tell them what is, you know, normal to like, and they will like the opposite of that, because they just need to be different.
Like, on purpose.
They need to be different on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay? They will actually go to the Billboard Top 100 and not listen to those songs, because, you know what? They need to be different.
That's so true. They're like, okay, so these are the songs I will never listen to.
Literally. Got it. I don't know them. Like, meanwhile, like, in their bedroom alone, they're listening to that song. Like,
right. Like, people can't know that.
I'm just
regular.
so normal. But anyway, although some people may find Aquarius awkward, I feel like Gemini finds Aquarius interesting. They will see the potential that their Aquarius has to change the world, and will honestly, Aquarius's energy will make Gemini intrigued, because they're gonna look at Aquarius and be like, oh my god, look, who's that sexy, weird nerd? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what can I learn more about, you know, life when I talk to this sexy nerd? Like, I want to know more about you. Like, you're so intriguing to me. And Aquarius is like, I'm so different, right? Yeah. And Gemini's like, you're so interesting.
Speaking on, you know, an Aquarius's uniqueness, I feel like a Sagittarius is also going to love on y'all's uniqueness. You know what I mean? Because I feel like also a Sag is, you know, we got a little flair too. We got a little different.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I feel like just like a Gemini would, like a Sagittarius is also going to encourage you to like continue to be weird and like hone into your uniqueness. A Sagittarius is also going to be there like being weird with you. You know what I mean? I feel like y'all are both going to be like the weirdos in the group, and you both aren't afraid to like be those oddballs. You know what I mean? Like Sagittarius isn't afraid to like stick out and be that odd man out, just like an Aquarius isn't. You know what I mean? So I feel like for that reason, y'all are really going to jive and vibe and probably find each other randomly at the party too.
For
you know what I
mean? Hell yeah.
You know, like you're gonna like probably be, I mean, both of you may even be like stoners, like chilling, having the kind of like, intellectual conversations, right. You know what I'm saying?
It's so funny because I feel like both of them will be at the party, like you know, in the corner somewhere, like, oh my god, we're so different than everyone here. Like, we're so cool. Right. Okay, so for my next point, I feel like Aquarius needs friendship before they can pursue any romantic relationship. I've said this a ton on this channel.
For sure.
Aquarius loves to fuck their friends. They love to fuck their friends. They're friend fuckers. You know what I mean? They're friend fuckers. Like, it just honestly is the truth, because to them, like, if they aren't friends with you, they just don't see the potential. They feel awkward. But when it's someone they've known for a long time, they're able to take it to that next step.
Right.
You know, it's just the truth. Like, otherwise there will be no, you know, foundation for romance in the future.
It's true.
And I feel like Gemini loves friends. Gemini has a lot of friends. You know what I mean? They make an average of 5 friends every 2.2 seconds. Like, that's a fact. Go check it. Gemini will be flirting with Aquarius, but since Gemini is overly friendly with damn near everybody, Aqua won't feel overwhelmed or awkward with, you know, the flirtatious Gemini, because they see that it's happening everywhere. So they're like, oh, this is how they treat their friends. I'm just like, yes, it is.
It's like, great. So I can work with it.
Right. And I feel like Aquarius just needs to be themselves. And I feel like if someone's being overly flirty and they notice that they're being flirty, they're gonna feel awkward, and they're gonna kind of, even if they want the person, they're gonna take a step back because they don't know how to act in that situation. But once they see that Gemini is like that with everybody, they don't feel like the outlier. It's funny because Aquarius, you are the outlier in every situation always. You know, Uranus, you're weird. You know what I mean? Yeah, and you want to be.
She was fired.
But then it's like when someone like picks you out of the bunch and they're like, you get weird. And it's like, what do you mean? Like, you want to stand out, so you stood out, but you are annoyed.
But now when somebody picks you out saying you stand out, you're like,
yeah, be boldly you, baby. People like that you're weird, okay?
Right. Own it.
And that's why they came to you. You stood out. You know what I mean? If you blended in with everybody, why would they come to you? They came to you because you're different, and that's your strength.
Literally. Own it.
Own it!
Own it! Aquarius, I feel like Sagittarius for you will be that shoulder to cry on. You know what I mean? They'll be that person you can complain to. You know what I'm saying?
On the plane ride.
On the plane ride. They could be that person you're making out with too. Because I feel like a Sagittarius is going to be your friends with benefits.
No relationship. No emotions. Just sex.
Whatever happens, we stay friends.
Swear.
Swear.
But like,
she made it like
relationship,
that.
But like,
you win
in the best way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you just sold it to them.
I did,
you
right?
Just sold it to them.
For Aquarius and Sagittarius, you're like, what do you mean?
You said I am your friends with benefits. Honestly, the video ends here.
That's
Fuck
it.
my side. You want a friend?
Sagittarius wins.
Nah, I'm just
That's
playing.
what
If
Aquarius
you want that real
wants.
love, you go for it.
You know?
Okay, just kidding. I'm not kidding. Really, I'm not.
I do like
I was
that
on
we
Libra
picked.
Mercury.
Right. She's like
trying to make it seem like it's okay, and it's not.
Right. I do like that we picked sister signs though.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cute.
It is pretty cute.
You know.
Either way, you gonna fuck with that Axies.
And I don't know why, I kind of feel like an Aquarius is gonna like how a Sag flirts, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like they're going to make an Aquarius feel like comfortable but desirable at the same time too. Because I feel like everybody knows like Aquariuses can be kind of cold, so they want to be sought after, you know what I mean? And in this relationship, I think the Sagittarius will be more of like the physical one, you know what I'm saying? So I think that they're gonna like the quirky ways that a Sagittarius is gonna be like flirting with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, Sag is definitely gonna light a fire in your ass and be like, show me that you want me. You know what I mean? And like they're gonna fucking make you do that. And Aquarius is at first is gonna be a little bit like, but then they're gonna be like, oh no, this is the person that I trust and that I have a solid friendship with, that like we spend a lot of time together and it's great time together. So why wouldn't I try more for them?
Right.
I feel like if you're someone who is, you know, what it is like to date an Aquarius, if you haven't built that friendship with them, they're not going to trust you enough, or they're not going to see the value in y'all's relationship to push themselves to be romantical with you.
Yeah.
It's not in their nature to be romantics, you know? And it's definitely not going to push them to do it if they don't even see you as a friend. That's why it's important to be friends with an Aquarius first, because they're going to have that respect for you that they have for their friends, because they see you as a friend and their favorite friend, you know? So they're going to try more with you.
I feel like because of their fixed nature, it takes them a little bit longer to like come on to people or come around to people, you know what I mean? So yeah, they do need somebody who is consistently there, even though they're an air sign. They need somebody to consistently like show up to make them be like, okay, this could maybe be like working with me. You know what I mean? Like this could possibly work for me.
100%.
You know?
100%. Which makes me think, if you want consistency, it's not going to be Sag. So
That's fair.
Actually, or Gemini.
You're not gonna get it from either of those,
Right.
okay? Both mutable energies.
But listen, both, you know what I mean? It's a chart, baby. So
Yes.
just how I honestly always like it when someone has the same also modality as you in their chart at some place. You know what I mean? Even though it's like, oh, it's a square and an opposition. It's just good to have someone in the same modality because you see the way they move through life. Not everything the same, because that's just no progress.
Yeah.
You want something that has friction, but yeah. Okay, so for my next point, I feel like Aquariuses are known to have all these great ideas. Ideas that generally seem out of touch with reality, you know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? But end up actually changing the world, you know what I mean, in the future. But sometimes I feel like Aquarius can second guess these ideas and second guess themselves too. In comes Gemini. I feel like Gemini believes in their aqua partner, and Gemini also believes in their ideas and will push them to express these ideas. Fixed air can sometimes be really, really possessive of their thoughts because they don't know if they can share with the world. They kind of want to keep it to themselves, you know? But it's like, how are you going to change the world if you can't even tell them about all these great different ideas? But mutable air, I feel like, will just push you to just say it. Like Gemini just says it all the time. They can teach you how to just say it and not think about it so much.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes you just gotta stop sitting on these thoughts and just share it with the world, and Gemini will push you to do that. Because they don't second guess themselves when they speak. Gemini just speaks.
It's true. And if Gemini, you know, doesn't push you to do it, they'll probably just share that idea for you. You know what I mean? So
for
like,
sure. So what are you gonna do?
It pushes you even then. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh shit, well my idea's out there now. Something that I was like holding on and kind of like trying to build. But like my Gemini partner was like, this is a great idea that my partner had. You know what I mean? And then
now it's your time to speak on it.
They've lowered the barriers for you in a sense.
It kind of pushes you to take control of your idea. You know what I mean? They already put it out there. So now how do you want people to perceive it? It's your turn to come speak on it.
Yeah. Now they're like, ah, oh, damn it, you went.
Yeah, you went too hard. Let me
now
come
let me
fix
come
this
fix
for you.
it. I guess I gotta share it now.
Right, oh my god, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Like,
right, let me tell you what my real
idea was. You couldn't even get it out.
To change the world.
I have done this plenty of times.
My next point is, I feel like Sagittarius and Aquarius, they're gonna have great communication. I feel like both of y'all are very curious people. You know what I mean? You love a good moment to like debate.
Right.
But I mean, I'm saying this to like me too. You know what I mean? Like if you give me a stage, I'm gonna be out here preaching. And I feel like Aquariuses do that too.
I feel like even if they don't give you a stage, you guys are gonna be like, let me build this motherfucker right here. I got something
give me a mic. Right, get me on the mic.
Ma'am, this is a way.
You didn't need to tell us your whole manifesto. I feel like both Aquarius and Sagittarius both really do value like honesty and open communication, you know what I mean? So I feel like, and neither of them have a problem telling it like it is.
Yeah.
If anything, I feel like it may be a problem that y'all are too straightforward, you know what I'm saying? And you have to be careful with your words because it's like, it's not just a friend that you're talking to. It's not somebody you're just sharing ideas with. This is your lover, you know what I mean? So you want to kind of be on your P's and Q's. I know that's hard for me as a Sagittarius even to say. I can imagine for Aquariuses as well. But when you really care about people, you know, you do try and like, you're cautious of how you say things to them. You know? And that's love. Okay.
I mean, I see what you're putting down. I feel like that is one of the things that could definitely go wrong in that relationship, is that both of y'all will have really big ass egos, and you're gonna think that what you have to say is the most important thing to say, and they're gonna feel the same thing, and you guys aren't even gonna come into the, you know, into this confrontation with each other trying to solve anything, but more so just trying to make it so you're right. It's like, are we trying to fix the problem we have, or are we trying to decide who's right?
Right.
It's like, that makes no sense. You know
and
what I mean?
we're never gonna decide on who is right.
Yeah.
Because I'm right and you're right.
Yeah.
In Aquarius Sagittarius mind. You know what I mean? You're not
100%.
changing the other person's mind.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of the things that, even besides astrology, that me and my man always consider, and like, it's helped us so much in our relationship, is like, it's not me against you, it's us against the problem. Like, if you go into every fight thinking about it like that, it's not going to be so ego driven, like, oh my god, it's either me or it's you, like, who's right? It's really us against the problem, because we're fighting for our relationship. We want to be together. We want to have a happy future together. So if I win, what does that mean for me in our relationship? Or if you win, what does that mean for me in this relationship? You know, like, we have to agree on something. And clearly we don't hate each other because we love each other, but we definitely don't agree on this thing. So it's us against the problem.
On that note of like, you know, you can have really great communication, right? But like, you have to remember that it's like a lover, not just a friend. I feel like, though, it's one of the greatest benefits of an Aquarius and Sagittarius relationship is that you guys are going to be really, really good friends, right? But then you have to remember that you can't just talk to them like a friend. But I say that is what makes like any relationship really go the distance, is that you have that solid friendship, right? Like, looks are gonna fade, but if you are mentally attracted to them, like, that's always gonna be there. You know? And I feel like that can really happen between this pairing.
Okay, so we all know that Gemini can be loose with their ideas, you know, thoughts, you know, a lot of things.
Lots of things. Love you, Gemini.
Don't get mad at me, I got a Gemini moon, baby. Geminis really just don't hold anything back and really tend to overshare, and I feel like your Aquarius partner will help you dissect your ideas and help you narrow them down and figure out what it is that you really want to say. And I feel like Aquarius loves being wanted.
Yes.
Even though they will never admit that. You know what I mean? When you got a God complex, you want people to want you.
Yes.
You know, that's why you have a God
people
complex.
to notice you and all the things.
And I feel like once your Gemini partner sees that you're able to help them in that way, and you're able to dissect these ideas that they have, they're always gonna come to you and be like, am I doing too much? Like, do I want to say this? Do I want to say that? And Aquarius, you will love being wanted. You know what I mean? For your advice in terms of, you know, what your Gemini partner wants to share, how they should share.
Give you purpose.
Yeah,
To make you feel like, oh, they need me. You know, and everybody wants to feel needed in a relationship. Especially, I feel like, for an Aquarius, like your intellectual capacity.
That's the thing. The fact that they're both air signs, I feel like Aquarius will want to help their partner come up with solutions in terms of like mental, not like mental problems, like mental, you know what I mean? Like, like, you know what I mean? Like what they want to talk about, you know? Not like stupid, superficial problems that like Libra and Leo have sometimes.
Yeah. She said it, not me. Okay, so where I see issues going raising for an Aquarius and a Sagittarius.
There's something wrong with an Aquarius and a Sagittarius.
I know, like who would have thought?
Crazy.
There's something wrong with
They're
me?
so perfect.
Never.
Like they're God on
Ever.
earth.
Yeah, exactly. Where I see problems arising, generally speaking, in like the archetype of like the Sagittarius and the Aquarius, right? Because Sagittarius is like the adventurer, you know what I mean? We're known to like be quick, to like kind of leave things or like pick up and go when the tough gets going, right? Like the way that we thrive is like when we go into a new situation and we can flourish and bloom, right? That's not necessarily the case for an Aquarius.
Yeah.
They're fixed, you know what I mean? They are fixed energy at the end of the day. They will see that problem and want to stay there and come up with like thousands of ideas to try and work within that like framework, you know what I mean? Where Sagittarius,
they want to stay in the box.
Exactly.
Even though it's like they don't, because it's like, you know,
They don't, but like they kind of do.
With ideas, certain ideas, yes.
And it's like they're like, okay, well, this is what I'm in some ways it's more like rational because they're like, well, this is the reality that I have and this is what I have to work within, right?
Yeah.
And a Sagittarius is like, well, I'm just gonna go and like
figure something else out.
You know, there's other places that have other issues, and that's true.
Yeah.
But like Aquarius isn't necessarily like down with that.
They're
you know what
not.
I mean? So I feel like the archetype, like that can be a big thing. And also in general, speaking on it, both of these signs have really strong viewpoints and ideals. If y'all don't agree on the general ideas that you share, this relationship is just not gonna work.
If
you know
the
what
foundation doesn't meet each other at all,
Yeah.
it's just like you're kind of like running an uphill battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not gonna be peaceful for you. Like I feel like both Sagittarius and Aquarius love conversation and like being stimulated, but like it would be too platonic. Like there wouldn't ever be a safe place, you know what I mean? Especially since for both of these signs, education, religion, politics are such big topics. If you're constantly disagreeing on it, it's like you disagree with me to my core for them, you know?
It's very personal.
Yeah, it's like this, my suggestion only really works if you actually share the same core values as a Sagittarius. Because if you meet them and you don't have the same core values, like, don't.
Yeah.
But if you have the same core values, I think this could have like the potential for like soulmate, really great relationship.
So all in all, for me, I feel like Aquarius, Gemini will help you step outside of your mind. They will help you share your thoughts and ideas to the world. They'll be there to listen to you without judgment and help you bring these ideas to life. You know, Gemini is that wide-eyed kid that's like, oh my God, yes, let's do it, it's great, go for it, you know? And like sometimes Aquarius just needs that, like stop being so serious, just do it. Just believe in yourself, you know? And I feel like Gemini, Aquarius's fixed nature will help you pick and choose your mental battles, you know what I mean? So you aren't overwhelmed with the surplus of thoughts you deal with on the daily. These two can really balance each other out when it comes to their ideas and how they share them.
All right, y'all, if you don't know, we got a podcast, and on this podcast, we discuss a question that we're gonna pose here for you.
A question.
We get into it deeper. So if you like the question, make sure you follow the podcast. Links are down below. So,
Explicit, late night,
yes,
sexy.
hot stuff. Okay, so Sarah, are you ready for the question?
Hit me.
Hit me to get that shot.
Why
Okay.
don't you hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me.
Hit me, baby, one more time. All right, so the question for this week is, who do you think is Aquarius's worst love match?
Oh my gosh.
Like I said, links are down below for the podcast. Make sure you check it out because it's gonna be a good conversation.
As always, we don't
Okay.
ever conversate unless it's good up
Unless
in
it's
here.
good, hot, spicy, juicy. I'm gonna link our socials somewhere around here. Make sure you comment down below with who you think is the best love match for an Aquarius and why.
And if you didn't agree with ours, oh why?
Why?
Why don't you like me? I'm just kidding.
Right. Why don't you want to be loved by a Sagittarius or a Gemini?
I feel like Aquas, you guys just in general just
What?
don't like being liked by anybody. When people like, you're like, ew, not them.
It's like they can't show too much interest,
Literally.
but like some interest obviously needs to be shown. It's like, it's a battle with you guys, but you know, I love it.
It's all good, God.
So, we love you guys. We hope you have a great rest of your week.
Happy Aquarius season.
Happy Aquarius
Yeah, we didn't
season.
even tell them happy Aquarius season.
I know, oh wow.
Happy Aquarius season, y'all.
We love y'all so much.
Yes,
okay, we post
we do.
every Monday and Thursday for YouTube, every Tuesday for our podcast, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.